Hey people, welcome to the channel. Here we go again playing Star Citizen 4.2, finally here, with so much new content. I'm just kidding, there's really nothing new. Very little. Point of interest where you have a worm, which you saw already in a video, and besides the movie trailers that apparently Chris Roberts enjoys doing, there's really not a whole lot more than that. Well, it's not that there's not a whole lot more than that. There is nothing more than a new point of interest, a new building for you to PvP, and a worm that you shoot and you get stuff that you change with Wicklow and that crap. Oh boy, it is a little bit depressing. In the meantime, we still don't get like basic fix, stuff like this. You go into your Moby Glass and actually performance is quite bad, let's be completely honest. You still don't see the preview of your ship, which, you care about that? Well, actually, yeah, I do. Because you don't even see if it has a paint, if it has a color. You have to go by this. You don't even... This has been broken for years now. Years. And it used to work. So, you're complaining about an alpha. No, I'm complaining about the billion-dollar game that's been in eternal production for 14 years. And it only keeps getting worse because this used to work. So, if things that used to work are not working anymore, we're going backwards. And the amount of new content that you're getting is negligible. It's nothing. It's a point of location and a worm that is extremely bland, let's be honest. I mean, it's nice, but come on. It's one enemy that you get. It's just more PvP, more Fortnite in space, which, as you saw in the video that I just showed you about Spectrum, and people do bring this up, it's going nowhere, right? It's going nowhere. Now, some of the things that I have noticed, first of all, previous video I showed you some of the things. Have I uploaded already? I did manage to save some things. I did manage to save some of my components by doing the thing that I told you to do, which is not remove, but just destroy your ship and salvage your own components, not installing them. If it has already been installed, it will not work. If it's already been installed, then you have no chance of having that recovered. Some people say they do. I'm pretty sure they just bought over something. I've never had that worked. Never. Not once. So, really not something I can say it actually does work. Now, the other thing that I did notice is that there's new content, new lootable content. I'll give you an example of something I just found right now. So, let's go. Same things as always. You can still find the helmets. These are quite nice and all. This is cool. But something new that I've seen, you now have Ace Interceptor helmets as part of your loot. Meaning, this is, I'll throw a bone here to CIG. This is a way in which, and it's pathetic that we have to even mention this, but at the very least, it's a way in which you have a more ample way of finding these things instead of just going with Comet. For people that don't like Comet, which is kind of like, dude, you don't like Comet and you play this game? Yeah. And now there's people that don't like PvP and they're complaining about the game not being what it used to be, and I have to completely agree with him. But the idea of hunting for these stupid helmets with some horrible little shitty mechanic in a game that has lost its soul with master modes, I appreciate that you now find these things, because if you want to dedicate yourself to do bunker runs and exploration, quote unquote, semi-embarrassing, if you want to do the exploration thing, at least you will find these things. I think that with enough exploration, I think it should be balanced in terms of, if I do exploration, I find everything I need for the shitty Wicklow game. Which is not a game, it's just trading, it's just more grinding. But at least give the option of people to grind something they don't hate as much as the terrible combat that we now have. I still do the combat, it is my main grind, I will say, but god damn it, man, it is sad. It's sad that that's what we have now. Having said that, we are now in this... Ooh, what's that? Deadfall? Okay. I haven't seen that, so it matches the color. All right. So we do have that. At least you have. I've seen this one, paramedic device. I've never seen a red one. So they do, and some of the food they mix up a little bit on the loot that you find, so as to have at least something different. But this all goes back to their main core model of how they run business, which is minimal waste of money in actual making the game, because they consider that a waste of money. They're not trying to make a game, they're just trying to make a business out of the passion of people and selling more ships for people that say, hey, I'm not having anything new to do right now. Well, there's a new ship. Do you have $200, sir? Well, actually, yes, I do have 300 or 500 bucks or $1,000 of disposable income. All right, then chew bubble gum. You know how you chew bubble gum and you chew it and it loses its flavor like in the first 30 seconds or so? What is that you used to do as a kid? Well, I remember as a kid chewing on bazooka bubble gum, right? The good old bazooka bubble gum. You would chew it, and being good old sugar, it's like 5 seconds later, it's just a piece of gum with no taste that you're chewing on. So you spit it out and you chew something else. You spit it and that's how you go. This is the bubble gum of video games. You chew on a new ship because, yeah, it's a little bit of money, but hey, you can't afford it, so yeah, better than wasting it on booze and crack cocaine. So you do that, and you convince yourself. It's very interesting, this psychological aspect of the business of CIG. But in terms of what we care about, which is not how much millions Chris Roberts makes or not, that's, I mean, great for him, but doesn't change my life one bit. What I want is a good game, and we're really not going to get that. There really needs to be a massive change in the way we act, behave, and live along this business model. Not rewarding the lack of content. As we keep on rewarding the lack of content and just selling more ships, and that gets rewarded with more millions, then we will not see anything else going on. And unfortunately, that has an expiration date. You cannot keep that scam going on for very long. Eventually people will get tired, eventually you will run out of suckers, because this is just the way life goes. Anyone that thinks, oh, they've been doing it for 14 years, they can keep doing it forever. Oh no, you child, you don't understand how this works. No business lasts forever. Certainly no game developer lasts forever. There are very few handful of developers that have managed to survive very long. The business industry of video games is quite brutal, and it is very difficult. It's not for long-term endurance unless you're very good at it. And the thing they're very good at it is selling ships. That will end eventually, and based on some of the financials they have reported, it's probably going to end sooner than some people think. So just a little bit of word of caution. Enjoy what there's to enjoy, as little as there is. Enjoy that, like some of us do, while you can, what little we have to enjoy. But be very careful on how much money you pump into this thing, especially because it will probably go away very soon. And if you have $1,000, $2,000, $500, $10,000, the day they say, well, we've gone bankrupt, my friend, we don't have a game anymore, we just sold the assets, we sold the buildings, we did this and that, and there's no game anymore, you will have no one to blame but yourself.